Be necessary to somebody. And this isn't a vainglory call, a call to heighten our ego. When people say be indispensable, this is not just being indispensable for ego's sake, but actually going out of your way to be necessary to somebody. It's a call to walk in a higher purpose. Have you noticed that in the past maybe 20 to 30 years, there's been this mantra of self-love? Everybody's all about self-love, me. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with self-love. It's part of the great commandment, love God, love your neighbor as you love yourself. But Winston Churchill said that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. So today you have millions of people practicing self-love, but are depressed, still don't find fulfillment. Why is that? Because true fulfillment is in what you give, not in just what you get. Have you been to a burial? Hopefully you've not been to so much. Or even if you've not been for burials, you've probably been for a few wake keeps. And have you noticed that in every wake keep, nobody talks about the self-love the individual had for themselves. Nobody talks about how many cars the individual had, or how many purses she had, or how many houses they had. It is always about that. It's always about the lives that those people touched. Always. On the day you leave earth, nobody will care about your self-love, the self-love you gave to yourself. What people remember is how you made them feel, how you loved them, how you forgave them, how you were there for them, how you served them. This is what life is about. I'm not saying that self-love is not important. It's very important to love yourself and take care of yourself. But nobody will remember you for self-love. Maya Angelou said that people will forget what you said. They'll even forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Think about the people that have been kind to you. I have a dozen of those kind of memories of people that I probably never got their names, but their single act of kindness stays with me till today. And sometimes it's kindness from strangers, kindness from people you don't know, you've never seen before, but they at some point in your life they just extended a hand of kindness that has stayed with you till today. And at that point, they made themselves necessary for you. It might have just been one touch or one act of kindness, but they have stayed with you till today, and it will probably stay with you for the rest of eternity. That is what I mean by we make a life by what we give. And I want I want to encourage you to be necessary for someone, because that is where life is. Listen, and it's not just in charitable giving, in being kind, even in business. Have you noticed that the truly wealthy are wealthy because of what they gave, how many people they serve? They serve one person, it goes to two, it goes to 10, and before you know it, they're serving 300,000 people and 300,000 paying customers. And that's the key to life. It's in service. So even in business, the most successful businesses are those that serve the most people. And that's even the key to greatness. There's a story in scriptures where uh, the disciples of Jesus two disciples came and asked, we want to be great, we want to be, how does it go? We want to be in the left and the right of your throne, something like that. But at the end of the day, they were asking for positions, for higher positions. and greatness. And the story goes that the 10 other disciples were upset and angry and what have you. But what is fascinating is that the Christ in that scripture never rebukes them for wanting to be great, because everybody wants to be great. There's nobody that I've met that doesn't want to be great. So he never rebuked them for their wanting to be great. But he gave them the keys, he gave them the jewels. He said, whosoever wants to be great must first of all serve themselves to the world. Whosoever wants to be wealthy must serve their business to the world. Whosoever wants to be great must serve themselves, serve their gift to the world. Be necessary to somebody. How many people are you necessary to? Even if you don't know, even if you can't count two or three out of your finger, today should be a day that you should start being necessary to someone. And it might just be in an act of kindness. These days, it means so much to so many people. If you pick up the call, if you pick up the phone and say, I'm just calling to check on you. Are you doing okay? It means a lot to so many people. It means a lot to me. You understand? I'm always checking on people, how are you doing? What's up with your project? Blah, blah, blah. But it means a lot when somebody calls and say, hey, Vic, how are you doing? I'm just checking on you. Hope everything is okay. Makes my day. Imagine how many people you can touch by just picking up the phone and say, I'm just checking on you. Hope you're good. I'm praying for you. I'm here for you. Be necessary to someone. It might not be something that would last for 5 years. It might just be one touch of kindness, one act of kindness. As again, checking on someone can mean a lot to a lot of people, especially in this day and age of self-love. Again, there's nothing wrong with self-love. All right, so remember these three quotes: Ralph Waldo Emerson, and what's the quote again? Be necessary to somebody. And Winston Churchill, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said. They will even forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. All right. Hope this helped. Take care.